Battlecry of Freedom by Ngakma Nor'dzin.
Part 3, Practicing Mind Training. Chapter 1, Progression through the 7 points of mind training.
Point 5, Evaluation. Evaluating mind training.
Slogans 19 to 22 say, seeing that fundamentally all teachings agree, always maintain a joyful mind, embrace the primary of the two witnesses, and recognize that if capable of practicing, even when distracted, the mind is well trained.
All the teachings of Buddhism express a single principle, the non-duality of emptiness and form. This is the point at which all teachings agree. This can also be expressed as the non-duality of wisdom and compassion, of openness and kindness, of subject and object, of self and other, of existence and non-existence. How non-duality is expressed depends on the teacher and the vehicle of practice. In Dzogchen, the non-duality of emptiness and form is primary.
Non-duality has been addressed in points 2 and 3 of the 7 points. If the practitioner has started to recognize that all teachings agree and point to this fundamental principle, this is a sign that practice is having an effect. Acknowledging this insight, joy spontaneously arises in the mind. Chekhawa instructs practitioners to maintain a joyful mind, which is another way of saying, continue to practice. If mind training continues, moments of insight increase in frequency and joy arises. Always maintaining a joyful mind does not deny the reality of moments of pain and difficult circumstances. However, if such experiences are joined with meditation, the possibility of joy is ever present. Joy becomes the ground of being a practitioner.
Tokme Zangpo says, this means that Dharma practice is meaningless no matter how much one does, unless it functions as an antidote to self-grasping.
When the focus is removed from identity fixation and transferred to others, intention begins to awaken. Experiencing awakening intention is a cause of joy. It is joyful to help others.
It is joyful to be free of the effort and complication of trying to maintain personal identity in a manner in which it cannot exist. It is joyful to know the cause of pain and dissatisfaction. It is joyful to allow the cause to dissolve. A joyful mind naturally arises, and as long as mind training continues, joy will continually arise.
Joyfully recognizing that all teachings agree, through a common principle and purpose, practitioners practice. Practice is established. It then becomes important for practitioners to honestly examine for themselves whether identity is becoming increasingly transparent and whether real concern for the welfare of others is a continual focus.
Practitioners must continually refer back to the first 4 of Chekhawa's 7 points in their evaluation. Is taking and giving impaled on the breath? Are all blames being driven into the one cause? Is the capacity to embrace emptiness increasing? Are the 4 highest methods engaged? Are the 5 powers of confidence, energy, presence, alertness, and discriminating awareness functioning? In short, are the teachings of the first 4 points of mind training being engaged?
Practitioners who are able to honestly assess their practice in this way will recognize when mistakes are made and when they have allowed themselves to be distracted. They will also have the capacity to assess their ability to remain with mind training at such times. They will see that practice is not lost when things go wrong or when life is painful. They continually return to practice and persevere. This is the last consideration in point 5.
Through correctly assessing that awakening is sparkling through delusion, practitioners become fully committed to mind training. Commitment is the topic of point 6.